Hey guys, and welcome to the update video for this week. So, as I talked about last week, really, this week was really hectic. Did not get to do too much at all for the channel. As you can see, I've only released 3 videos since the last update, which was a patch notes, one was Let's Play, and the other was It's a Marathon Not a Sprint 2.0. So, really busy week. Thursday was wedding rehearsal. Friday I was actually sick the entire day. Finally got up at like 10 o'clock at night to start making It's a Marathon Not a Sprint 2.0. Saturday I was gone all day for the wedding. Sunday was recovering all day from the wedding, so we didn't get back till like 2 a.m. And then Monday, just super busy. Tuesday, today, was working, and now I'm making this. So, we had a node war on Monday, and really it kind of encapsulated a lot of what kind of frustrates me about Black Desert right now, which is just how impactful even 1 or 2 geared players can be. So, we were up against a guild called... Also, I don't remember their name. Strike Force? Yeah, Strike Force. They weren't bad. They did fairly well. They had probably a little less people than we did. There was also a guild called Celestis and Koi, of course, because we're allied with Koi. Koi did not have most of their heavy hitters, though. They were pretty much bare bones with a bunch of lower gear score players. So really it was us, Celestis, and Strike Force. We started off by hitting Strike Force. We did really well at first, actually. We got them down to like 50% of their base in the first 45 minutes. Then, because Koi kept trying to deal with Celestis, we went and killed off Celestis. And then we went back to Strike Force. But Strike Force, they had 4 really geared players that showed up throughout the night. DK, a Musa, a Berserker, and a Mystic. And basically these 4 were the reason we couldn't win. They also had a DP Wizard, but he wasn't as impactful. And we have, in our guild, 1 super geared player, 2 rather well-geared players, and then a few strong players that are around 500, 520, or 510, I guess. And then the rest of us are between 450 and 480. So those 4 players alone were the reason we didn't lose the node war, but we didn't win it. Their base was still at about 10% health at the 2-hour mark when the node war ended, and as a result, we were not able to complete the node war, and the node went it didn't change hands. So those 4 players alone stymied most of our pushes. If we could kill them, great. There were a few times we actually killed all 4 of them. When we set up our flag, we used it as a bait, and we killed all 4 of them twice at the flag. But the rest of their players were able to group up with Protected Area in the choke, send some players around back to our flag to revive them. Or they would just wait out the res. It's only 40 seconds. They kept rebuilding their base because even though we destroyed all their recovery centers and stuff in the first push, first 2 pushes, I guess, their Hawacha, their recovery centers, their flame turret, they still managed to keep rebuilding it. So, I mean, there's quite a few things that frustrated me about the node war. I really feel that I'm not powerful enough yet, which is why I'm hoping that soon I'll have enough memory fragments to gear up my Musa. I've actually got all my Musa's boss gear. I've got his Zarka, I've got his Dandy, I've got his Nuver Hornbow. I won that 2 days ago. I've got almost 2 billion in enhancement materials in my Velia storage. I just need to actually enhance them all. But the problem is enhancing boss gear is, and I've only got 300 memory fragments, and 300 memory fragments is not a lot. That should get me at least 1 try. But I'm hoping for all 3 of them to hit try, and I also want to try for at least 1 tet, and that 300 memory fragments is not enough for that. I want probably about 1,000. And normally I just go buy them, but because memory fragments are memory fragments, you can't just go buy them, which sucks. But anyways, so that's where I'm at in BDO. I'm also having problems trying to figure out new guides. There's only so much content you can really make, right? And in BDO, I've actually got a lot of videos. Like, view all 202 videos. So yes, there's a few videos that aren't BDO. There's probably like 40 or 50 that either aren't BDO or they're update videos or other stuff like that, as well as some patch notes. But I've got to have at least 100. Like if I just, oops, ignore that. If I just search Black Desert right here. So let's see how many. So these are all the ones that, oh no, so there's a lot that are pinged with Black Desert, so I can't really see the total number. But I've got at least 100 Black Desert videos. And it's kind of getting difficult to make or figure out what new videos to make that aren't me discussing the current state of the game. Like I've got a lot of videos ready to make right away about my take on the current state of the game, what I would do to fix it, what I would change. But I don't want to just make those videos. Like I don't want to be just an opinion channel. I want to, make guide videos. I am the game's Lighthouse. I do want to guide the poor gamers lost at sea. I don't just want to tell them what I think about the predicament they're currently stuck in at sea. So I do want to make more new guide videos, but it's becoming more difficult to make new guide videos as there's not that many that I can make that I feel super qualified to make, being the quantifier. So I don't make trade videos because Morale and Biohack already have those covered super well. I've made Node and Empire videos, Worker Empire videos, because I find a lot of the ones that were already done kind of lacked in being beginner friendly, so I've tried to make as many beginner friendly ones as I could. And I've made a few class videos, I want to say 3, Dark Knight, Musa, and Striker. But there are players and there are content creators that have made a lot of other videos that are way better than what I could currently offer for a lot of those. So I am doing more research on certain other topics. Like I'm not going to make a trading video because Morallen's got like a definitive series on trading. But I am looking up stuff such as how to do farming properly, certain other life skills. Like there are other things that I've been looking up. It's just difficult to come up with all the correct stuff. So, realistically, what I'm actually doing this week is I'm starting to create content for Bless Online. So, for any of you that remember last week, no, I have not been accepted as an emissary. I'm not sure if they've already decided on all of them, or if they're still deciding, or whatnot. But I'm going to start creating content to kind of introduce people to Bless Online. And even if the game does flop, at least I can try to create content for it while it's here. They did just release the well, not the updated, but Bless Online has been revamping their combat system, and for the English, North American, European release. And they released a few videos of it today, finally, and it actually looks not bad. Like, I'm not going to say it looks amazing or anything, but basically kind of like an upgraded version of World of Warcraft, kind of like Guild Wars 2, if I had to compare it to something. So it's not as action combat as BDO, it's not pure action combat, but it's also not pure tab targeting, stand in one place. There is quite a lot of movement involved, so from what I've seen, it looks fairly good. I'm going to be making a few videos. I'm still going to be making the weekend videos, Black Desert, though. Not because I'm on Black Desert channel, I'm not, but I keep trying to say I'm not. I guess I technically am, but I try not to be. But just because the weekend is for Black Desert, it's what all my current subscribers want, and it's no point changing what works. This marks like the 3rd or 4th Sunday in a row that I haven't made a video, which I'm feeling really bad about, but I've just been so busy this last month with the wedding and work. But hopefully, now that the wedding's over with, I can kind of get back to working on normal videos. As you can see, estimated views 14,000 because I haven't released a video in like 3 days. Which is probably the longest I've gone without releasing a video, actually, between this update video right here and the Marathon 2.0. Probably the longest I've gone without releasing a video in quite a while, actually. I think I talked about it last week, but I did, what's it called? I unlisted the Koi event video because now that it's over, I didn't really want to mislead people and be like, hey, here's a video that says you can make 70 million silver a day in Black Desert, but it no longer works. I also put no longer works on it, and I updated the description. I know it's only a 3-minute video, but really didn't want to appear dishonest or anything. But yeah, so plan for the week. At least one video talking about Bless, so introducing it, telling people what it is, its history, etc., etc. At least one opinion video in Black Desert, and I want to figure out a guide video. I'm looking into doing a video on the dailies for Black Desert, but the problem is I don't do dailies in Black Desert. I have my own daily routine that I do, but I'm not going to say my daily routine is optimal. In fact, it's not anywhere close to optimal. If it was optimal, I would be farming. I would pay a lot more attention to my worker empire. Like my worker empire itself is good, but I don't feed my workers enough. I should probably change all of my goblins out to humans for the frequency that I feed my workers. I would do world bosses more often. So I mean, there's quite a few things I could talk about in a daily video, but I'm trying to, that's one of the things I'm doing research on, because like I don't do a lot of the daily stuff. So I'm trying to figure out all the dailies so that I can discuss it better, I suppose. But yeah, so one Bless video introducing it to the channel. The patch notes video is going to come up sometime after this video. The patch notes themselves are not up yet, so I haven't made the video yet. And I've got work in the afternoon for once tomorrow, which means the patch notes probably aren't going to be up until about 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish, unless they come up before I go to work and I get to make them then. But expect them a little later in the day, not like evening or anything, but around, I suppose, evening East Coast time, so about 7 o'clock-ish EST. But if you live on the West Coast, it'll be still like late afternoon, and if you live in Europe, well, it'll be nighttime as always. Yep, one opinion video at least, probably 2 opinion videos, honestly. Like, I've got so many opinions right now in Black Desert. Not all of them bad, actually. I've got quite a few good opinions. Like, I know I've been fairly doom and gloom recently, but that's mostly because recently I've been talking a lot about the gearing system and enhancement system in Black Desert, as well as the renown system, all of which are kind of controversial, and also, in my opinion, mistakes on the part of Pearl Abyss. So, I've got quite a few videos that I'm looking to update, and opinions that I'm looking to kind of expand upon. But yeah, so I've got, stuff coming down the pipeline this week. At least more than last week. Like, seriously, last week was... Let's Play Musa. The Noob to Notable series is almost done. The next episode, episode 5, will be the last episode in the series to get into 400 gear score. After that, I will go for 450 and then 500, but those will be, as I mentioned, much more sporadic. Which means Let's Play Musa it's not going to come to an end, but I'm going to start to try and figure out a central theme, and then make it about a half-hour to 1 hour long video, where I just kind of discuss the central theme and anything that I think about branching off of that theme as I play the Musa. So, I'm not going to stop making Let's Play Musa, but it's not going to be... I might be changing up the format just a tiny bit. It'll still be me playing the Musa, completely unedited, and talking about a central theme, but I'm going to try and have more... kind of a pillar, if that makes sense, with which I can branch out from as the main theme. So, for example, I want to say episode 6's theme, I'm trying to think what it was going to be. I want to say it was the enhancement system. Might have been well for it. I think it was the enhancement system. So, talking about the enhancement system, and then of course I can use the enhancement system to talk about access to enhancement materials, as well as the act of increasing the drop rates and increasing the enhancement levels of gear that drop. Like, there's a plus 10 to plus 15 gear drop event out in the Southeast Asia server right now, I want to say. So I'll discuss stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm not going to have the series go away, but because I kind of like the series. I'm not going to say it's not difficult. Like, it is talking for an hour straight while playing the game, which isn't as easy as it sounds. And trying to keep myself on topic, which is much more difficult than most people would think. Keeping myself on topic is a very difficult thing to do. But yeah, I'm still gonna make the series, just change up the format just a tiny bit. Patch notes, of course, I'm gonna keep making those. I would like to make a new series that's not new to Node War once I hit 450, but series in Black Desert are difficult to make. Like, that's honestly one of the videos I want to make. Basically, just as I've talked about in many of these update videos, Black Desert's a tough game to make steady content about, because everything in Black Desert comes after the first initial burst of setting it up. Everything is the same. You do the same motion over and over again until the end of time, pretty much. Processing, once you've got to Artisan 2, you just process the same sets of materials over and over again. Fishing, you fish the same fish over and over again and trade them to the same traders. Trading, you make the same crates over and over again. Grinding, for the most part, you grind the same mobs for hours on end until you get a single level or a few skill points or a few tens of millions of silver. Like, there's no variation in it. PvP, yes, there's PvP over grind spots, but because of the karma system, unless you both agree to flag up all the time, you're not going to have that much PvP unless you're doing Node Wars. And Node Wars are only a few times a week. And for most guilds, it's only once or twice a week. So it's a very difficult game to create content about, because it very quickly becomes, hey, watch me do the same thing I did last week for the next 3 hours again. Same with streaming Black Desert. Streaming Black Desert, there's not really much of a point unless you want a very high viewer interaction, because you can kind of just turn your brain off and grind for several hours on end. So it's kind of difficult to, as a game, to create content about that isn't just guide videos and opinion videos. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up now. I'm not going to be as busy this week as I was last week. I do a lot of work hours for the next few weeks, as I'm going on vacation in May to Boston. Only for a week. But during that week, I probably won't be posting any videos unless I set up a few timed releases ahead of time. So because of that, though, I'm also getting quite a few more hours at work for the next few weeks. So I should be back up to 4 to 5 videos a week, maybe 5 or 6. Not going to make any promises, but hopefully. If I go to my analytics for a second, you can see I'm still not monetized, which is really, really annoying. It is now May. In fact, this is May 2nd. So, yeah, it still says review all open applications by the end of April. I'm not really too sure what else they want me to do. Like, I've just been waiting on them for like a month and a half now, which kind of sucks. Because I really would like to be able to make money with this so that I could... I want a new graphics card. I'll be honest, the one thing that's keeping me from streaming is my stream quality isn't the greatest because of my graphics card. I've done a few test runs, and my graphics card is holding me back. So I would like a new graphics card, and if I could start making money from the channel, I could get one. But for now, I'm not hand-to-mouth or anything, but I'm not exactly rich by any means. I do work a minimum wage job, and not full-time either. So, still waiting on this. I've been avoiding swearing a lot recently, so hopefully that allows me to get noticed, I guess. Or not noticed, but hopefully they won't rule against me and put strikes against my account for swearing. The comments, so one last thing before we go. Comments recently have been getting... I suppose it's a kind of a curse because I've been getting more and more subscribers. But the comments have been getting quite a bit worse recently. Like, we've still got a lot of supportive comments. But there's a lot more comments like, where are the solutions? Where's that Justin Jones guy? He posted a lot recently. Yeah, this is an interesting one. This game was published as a hardcore MMO. Hardcore is not a game I would use, or a term I would use to describe Black Desert. Black Desert is a very casual MMO, if I'm being honest. Yes, the very top end players, the competitive players, need to sink a lot of time and money into the game, but in the end, it is not a hardcore game. It is very casual, very easy to do. There's nothing difficult to do in Black Desert. It's all RNG gated. It's not gated because of lack of skill or anything. Like if I'm some sort of god tier player that can solo raids or something in World of Warcraft, and I come to Black Desert, I'm not going to be able to solo Giffins just because I have amazing mechanics. I still need to work my way up to super high gear score and then start soloing Giffins, but like it's a very casual game. Like hardcore, I would think hardcore would be like if I die and lose enhancement levels, or if I die and lose all my gear, like it all drops. That would be a hardcore game, but I would not call Black Desert, especially in its current iteration, a hardcore game. So look, here it is. So this guy, he's posted a few comments. He was actually the reason that I made, where is it? That I made the new marathon. Yeah, so he said you need to go back and watch this video. The original, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I went back and remade the video. And he seems to have totally misunderstood what the video is about, saying that I'm crying that not everyone gets full pen. 2 months and 8 weeks. Like, seriously, 2 months and 8 weeks? It's 4 months, man. That's just trying to make it seem like it's 2 months and a bit of time, when it's actually, he's saying 4 months. And full pen, even 4 months. If you played hardcore every day for like 5 hours a day for 4 months, I think you should deserve full pen, if just being honest. But I didn't say that in the video, so no idea where he's getting that. A good MMO never ends because of gear treadmill usually, not because it's impossible to get to the end. Why isn't this should I do mid game not worth anything in late game? But I mean, in Black Desert, that is exactly how it works, because everything you do mid game translates directly into the late game. Nothing you do late game is different from what you do mid game. It's all the same stuff. If I'm killing Sawsons mid game and killing Giffins end game, all I did was change the animations and the models. Nothing else changed, except the silver per hour, really. And I suppose the XP, but you don't care about XP by the time you're farming Giffins. And also the gear you're using is pretty much the same as well. Mid-game gear is boss gear. Mid-game gear is not green gear, because green gear is badly designed, but I mean, that's another matter entirely. Pay to win is only a theory. What times do you get that boost even one level past current cap? 50% experience, but what? Like, I don't even understand what he's saying here. Have you even mastered a life skill? I mean, if this guy actually watched my videos, he'd know that what I spend most of my time in Black Desert doing is processing. And that's actually what a lot of my videos are on, so yeah. 535, I actually have no idea what he's talking about, because 535, I'm talking about how I think that soft cap and potentially even below soft cap, like full tri-boss gear, should be kind of where diminishing returns start to really set in, and upgrading gear above that shouldn't be as rewarding as it is currently. But he's talking about getting to full pen, so not sure. And then, of course, he says that he didn't watch the rest. Go read about the mechanics of this game so you can't stop crying. Like, I mean, I know what the mechanics of this game are. Like, trust me, I optimized the shit out of enhancing and stuff, because I hate enhancing, so I don't want to do it any more than absolutely necessary. I don't want to spend any more of my silver than necessary. But yeah, like, there's quite a few guys like this recently. And I don't let them get to me, but it's, I mean, I say after obsessing over his comments and showing them to you guys, but a lot of spam. You know you made it when you're getting Russian bots spamming your channel. What is this even about? Is this to buy views? Yeah, this is all about buying views. So let's garbage can those. Prove that. Don't know why that's spam. Remove that. Remove that. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, prove that. Prove that. Not going to approve any random Google Doc, so remove that. But yeah, so I mean, a lot more toxic comments recently, but try not to let them get to me. And also, it comes with the territory. The fact that I'm making more opinion videos recently means that I am getting more dislikes to likes. I'm also getting more toxic comments and stuff, so it is what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching as always. Yeah, hopefully I'll be making more content this week and going forward. Sorry, I got the hiccups again. Like I said, I'm not going to be focusing on Bless, but I will be making Bless videos, at least for the foreseeable future, alongside my Black Desert videos. King's Raid, I'm still going to be making King's Raid videos. I just haven't had any good ideas to make for them that other more dedicated King's Raid YouTubers haven't already made. Probably when the new heroes come out, I'll do reviews on them. But until then, just, yeah, I'm going to keep making Black Desert, going to make some Bless videos, and keep on doing what I'm doing. Anyways, guys, thanks as always. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, although not sure if any non-subscribers even watch these videos, and have a good one.